What is going on, guys? TNT Stars here, and today we'll be discussing the 3 of the greatest NBA rivalries of all time. These rivalries in the NBA might be one of the best in sports history. Before we start the video, let me just say there's 2 things I want to mention. There will be no team rivalries, but player rivalries, so no Celtics versus Lakers on this list. And these 2 players have to play at least 10 seasons against each other or more, so no Kobe or Michael either. And plus, there is no particular order to this list. So with that being said, let's go on with the video. 3 of the best rivalries of all time. At number 3, we have Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. While most people watching the NBA wasn't even born at this time, when you see the highlights and especially the crazy stats they have put in the NBA, you can really say these are one of the greatest rivalries of all time. Looking at Bill Russell, he was basically one of the greatest rebounders the NBA has ever seen, with an average of 22 rebounds in his career. He also has a ridiculous amount of rings, winning 11 out of the 13 he has appeared in. But then we have the 7'2" beast in Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain was basically one of the most physically amazing players the NBA have ever seen. This man has averaged 50 points per game in a season, 100 points in one game, and averaged 27 rebounds in a season, and has won 2 championships. These 2 guys were really pioneers of the league and basically paved the way for a big man for years to come. The next rivalry we have is LeBron James versus Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is probably one of the closest things that we will ever see to a Michael Jordan. A 5-time champion, a 2-time scoring champion, an 18-time All-Star, and with an MVP case on his resume. And also one of the best killers the league has ever seen, and will be known as the Black Mamba. And LeBron James, a 4-time MVP, a 3-time champion, and brought his championship to the city of Cleveland. And is probably one of the most talented and gifted players the NBA has ever seen. And when these guys are going at it, it's really entertaining to watch. The 2 guys are compared to MJ, the greatest player of all time, and will give us a show every day of the night. I don't care if you hate LeBron or hate Kobe, but you cannot deny the fact that they're one of the greatest of all time. But the basketball gods robbed us of what could have been one of the greatest NBA Finals series that the league has ever seen. At number 1, we have Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. This to me is one of the greatest rivalries not only in the NBA, but in sports in general. At the time when Magic and Larry were drafted, the NBA was kinda in a dry spell. They really had no superstars except Kareem and Pistol Pete being the only ones making the NBA fun to watch. So when Magic and Bird were drafted, they really made the NBA what it's meant to be, entertaining. Even before they were drafted in the league, they had rivalries back then when they were in college. So when that carried over to the NBA, all hell broke out loose. These 2 players alone met in the finals 3 times during the 80s, and while Magic with the Showtime Lakers with his fanatic passing ability and his vision on the court, while Larry was dominating from range, being one of the first players to ever use the 3-point line as a weapon in the league. And when they were on the court, there were some really historic moments with Magic's skyhook and Bird's shot. This is probably one of the greatest rivalries the NBA have ever seen. So thank you guys for watching the video, and this is why we love the NBA. The rivalries, the competitiveness, and all the drama us NBA fans love. And we can't wait for more rivalries like this to come. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys outside. See you.